Well, everyone, it's time for us to go and take a look at the Apple Watch Series 11 and compare it against the Apple Watch Series 8 and see which particular Apple Watch is the better one for you. Now, the thing I can definitely tell you between these types of watches is that number one, with the Apple Watch Series 11, this is the latest and greatest from Apple. So it's going to be giving you the best experience. But I feel like with the Apple Watch Series 8, this is also still a very good type of Apple Watch, and you're still going to be able to get a really good type of experience from that type of watch when it comes down to it. So let's go and see how both these types of watches compare. Now, if you want to go through and pick up either one of these types of watches, links will be down in the description below. You can get them from there, and you can help support the channel at the exact same time. Starting off with the outside of both these watches. The Apple Watch Series 8 comes out in two different sizes, a 45mm size and a 41mm size. This watch is a couple years old now, so it's not the newest watch anymore, but it still is a beautiful watch for sure. This type of watch is giving you 1000 nits of peak brightness, always on display, and it still is a device that holds up very well for the most part. So I don't really have too much to hate on here, but keep in mind, if you are about to go through and pick up a watch, there might be some better types of watches out there for the most part. Now, with something like the Apple Watch Series 11, this type of watch is going to be giving you a little bit of like a bigger size display. It's going to be giving you a slightly better type of experience here, which is something that I actually like. So with something like the Apple Watch Series 11, this thing is coming out in 46 or 42mm sizes. So that right there, I think, is a nice thing to kind of keep in mind there as well, because these types of devices are still giving you a really good type of experience. You are getting twice the amount of brightness on the Apple Watch Series 11 than on the 8. So 2000 nits of peak brightness there, which again is something that's really, really cool. And for the most part, if you are about to go through and pick up a device, these types of things still look pretty good for the most part too. Now, they're both layout-wise are kind of similar. There's not really like a big difference there. From what I can tell, they're both kind of the same thing. But there are some key differences internally. So with the Apple Watch Series 11, it gives you one main hard feature that the Apple Watch Series 8 doesn't have, and that is hypertension notifications. You do not really get any sort of hypertension notifications inside of the Apple Watch Series 8, but the Series 11 does kind of give you that. So that right there is kind of a nice thing. Beyond that though, I will say if you're looking at both of these, the Apple Watch Series 8 still gives you the ECG app, heart rate notes, notifications, blood oxygen application, things like that. So kind of keep that when it kind of comes down to it as well. Now, on top of that, when you are taking a look at both, they both give you sleep tracking, they both give you vitals app tracking, temperature sensing, emergency SOS mode. The Apple Watch Series 11 does kind of give you that, depth gauge up to 6 meters and a water temperature sensor, and you do get 5G capability inside of the Apple Watch, Series 11. But with the Series 8, it still is a great watch and it still feels very, very good. If you're down to go through and pick up a watch, you're still going to be able to go through and get a really good experience from that side as well. Now, on top of that, I think another important thing to keep in mind here too is that when you take a look at these types of watches, the Apple Watch Series 8 is going to be giving you that S8 chipset inside, where the Series 11 is giving you an S10 chipset inside. So it's really kind of up to you how you're going to kind of take a look at it. But once again, if you are about to go through and pick up a watch, like I said before, you are probably going to be getting an overall better type of experience from something on an Apple Watch Series, 11 than the Apple Watch Series 8, but the Series 8 still feels like a pretty fast device when it comes down to it as well. So when I look at both these watches, the main thing I can tell you is that these types of watches do a really good job at giving you a really good type of experience throughout. So that's something that I like. If you're about to go through and pick up a device, then, definitely an Apple Watch Series 11 is the way to go. But if I had an Apple Watch Series 8, I probably would still keep it. I feel like that still is like an excellent watch for the most part. And that one kind of still makes a lot of sense. But, if you are about to go through and pick up something, I think the Series 11 is definitely the one for you. So in terms of that kind of covers it up there. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that'll mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.